Hello everybody, I am Tom and you are watching me play Disco Elysium. In the last episode, we fumbled around as we usually do. In this episode, we're going to continue in that similar fashion. I'm just going to start exploring this place more generally. Little shack here. Roy's Pawn Shop. Fresh cash for faster times. I bet my gun's in here. Please have my gun in here. Oh, I'm so useless. I don't have a badge or a gun. Please be one of them here. Some kind of machine, antique cash register. In the dark, a film projector is whirring away. A bust of a woman. A physique simply says, die? Mostly military wear with a few more eccentric fashions thrown in. Welcome to the pawn shop. What's this?
Typical Martinez streetlight sits among assorted floor and table lamps.
Is this a street light?
Yes, officer. As you see, it's in perfect working order.
Where'd you get this?
It was brought to me to be altered.
We are not here to investigate the theft of city property. You have to admit it's rather clever what he's done with it.
Let your gauge run over the street light.
The light pole has been carefully cut, and the wiring has been redone and attached to a standard indoor plug. The light buzzes faintly, but persistently.
That is pretty cool. He's just ripped out the street light and put it into his own plugging.
Quite a statement in your living room.
I'm not going to buy a fucking street light. Also, good to know there, I looked at the street light and he knew I was an officer, which means he knows who I am.
The boomboxes on the shelf look well-loved and well-travelled. Chipped, dented, they stare at you with the unblinking eyes of their tape reels.
Stand on the tip of your toes to see more.
One especially catches your eye. Deep gold and amber plastic with a big old handle on top. A classic boombox that says, Stereo 8 approved. Just make sure it works before you buy it.
That's all.
You see rows of toy soldiers guarding the rest of the trinkets displayed on the table. Some on horseback, others in rags, others yet in bright blue uniforms. All are stern and unyielding in their duty.
Inspect the knights on horseback.
Big men on big horses, clad in lamella armor and carrying flintlocks, the kind that would mow down a line of enemy soldiers in the blink of an eye.
Point at the knights on horseback. Who are they?
Franco-Nigerian knights. I used to be very serious about these guys.
A long, long time ago.
Inspect the blue uniforms.
They're not all blue. These figurines also wear gold coats and caps, complemented by orange trousers.
That's
they are
clashy, isn't
variously
it?
posed, wielding swords and rifles with bayonets.
Are these royalists?
Which ones? Ah, those. Yes, they are. I find the paint job a bit gaudy, but children
exactly
like
what I was
the bright
thinking.
colours indiscriminately.
It's exactly what I was thinking. And the figures in rags?
This set of soldiers isn't meant to look impressive. A few have rifles, but most of them carry pistols. Some even shovels and tall sticks.
The proletariat, as it were. Are these even soldiers?
You're probably talking about the revolutionaries, yes? Yes, they are soldiers, revolutionary soldiers. I think their poverty has been exaggerated for effect. When you place them next to the royalists, it doesn't seem like they could possibly win.
I wish it was more nuanced. As it stands, I can't comment.
I don't like either set very much, to be honest. But there are many parents among my customers.
You got a truly cool figurine at the box under the table.
Why? What's this? A headless man riding a horse? A headless man wearing futuristic tracksuit trousers that say found.
What is this?
Oh, that's the Headless Phone Rider.
Oof.
The Headless Phone Rider. It's an urban legend. About a man who rides the streets of Revachol sporting a fawn tracksuit. As you see, he's missing his head. 50 cents. Bargain priced. I'll throw in the tiny cap too. I think he's looking for it, or something. That part of the story has many interpretations.
He lost his cap when he lost his head. Perhaps he's looking for the head.
Fair. Right, let's talk to this man.
It's not often that I see officers from the RCM in my pawn shop. What can I do for you?
His courtesy is not insincere, but he prefers being alone with his projector, just watching the movement of light across the walls of the shop.
Sorry, I feel like I'm interrupting you.
Oh no, not at all. I guess I haven't had many customers lately. RCM or otherwise.
Who are your customers usually?
All kinds of people come through here. Locals, travellers, people looking for a deal, people looking for a keepsake. People who are terminally bored.
He does have a random assortment of crap. It's a bit like Kmart.
As you can see, I have a wide selection of goods for everyone to choose from.
Actually, that may be a regional thing. You guys have Kmart in the US? I think most of my viewers are from the US. Do you guys have Kmart there? I think you do. Target. Target's another one. I think you've got Target. Kmart might be an Australian thing, but Target is in the US. It's that kind of thing. It just has random tat, you know what I mean? Some things are useful there, but it also has a lot of crap that no one needs. Alright, typical vacuous consumerist objects. Quite the collection indeed.
It keeps me entertained.
Is Roy high? And if yes, what is he on? You don't happen to have any guns like the ones carried by cops, do you?
Someone else came here earlier today asking the same question. I promptly sold her the gun you pawned a couple days back.
That's unfortunate.
This is a pawn shop, and it did feel as if you've met before. Oh God. The lieutenant shifts from one foot to another. Alert.
I sold you my gun?
You were adamant about getting rid of it, officer. Said you were undeserving of a service weapon of the Revachol Citizens Militia. And I don't like keeping guns around the shop for long. Off-the-charts photon emissions. The unhealthy kind.
Was the buyer a policeman too?
She didn't seem like a policeman. Although she kept referring to herself as a pig. Which was odd. I found her interest in the gun a bit obsessive.
Huh.
But I was just happy to get rid of it. And of her.
Interesting. Kept referring to herself as a pig. Oh, one? Hopefully she hasn't bought it to commit suicide. 'Cause that's a lot of paperwork.
Truth be told, she was terrifying.
Right, so let me get this right. You sold your sidearm, issued by the Citizens Militia, and now a civilian is running around the streets of Martinez with it?
I don't like it either. What if she intends to commit a crime and blame it on the Citizens Militia?
You're right that she could cast aspersions on the force. We have to find her.
Any idea where I can find this buyer?
My apologies, officer, but I have no idea where she was coming from or where she went.
A needle in a haystack. There is nothing you can do about it now. You'll just have to hope you luck upon her somehow.
At least I don't know how I lost my sidearm. Let's talk about something else.
Of course.
Oh, there's something I'd like to sell.
Let me have a look. Anything else you're thinking of selling?
I got some money. I have 2 Revachol. I have 2 Real. I'm so close. Like to sell my clothes.
I'm not purchasing any more clothing at the moment. Another time, perhaps.
He just looks at what we're wearing. No thanks. You may be able to aid our investigation.
I doubt it, but I can try and answer any questions you may have.
Do you know anything about the recent hanging?
I do my best to keep my distance from all manner of butchery. Bad for business. Bad for everyone.
Fair.
He doesn't know anything.
That's all I've
The
got.
pawnbroker's gaze is already fixed on the dancing colours.
Is Roy high, and if yes, what's he on?
Okay, he definitely is high. Whatever it is, you've probably done it, and many other things besides. But you can't cut through the jumble of sensations to get to the answer.
It's interesting here. What did we need? We got 8, we needed 12. Because this feels like we got half an answer, right? It seems like it's not win or lose. It seems like it's win, kinda win. Lose, like fully. Kinda lose, so you only get like half. Win, so you get pretty much everything. And then super win, where you get a bunch of information. So this here seems like... I could be wrong here. Maybe this gives it to you with every failure. But we got 8 out of 12. And I feel like... We learned that he's high. Like, yeah, he's probably high. But we just can't figure out what he's high on.
Looking at his wares, talking to him, that might give you more clues.
Alright, let's leave. It's fine. So, we now know that I fucking pawned my gun, because of course I did. I'm such a... hang on. It may not have been recording during that loading screen. I just realized, I noticed that my FPS meter was gone down to 1, so I don't think it was actually recording. What I was saying was, I can't believe we pawned my gun. I'm like such a bad detective. That's fucking hilarious. I'm gonna wear them because it's hilarious, but these give +1 into electrochemistry, which is like your drug taking and like drug thing where it's like your addiction almost, where it's like, yeah, you need to take these drugs, you need to take these things that affect your brain. Do it, do it, do it. And wearing these fingerless hobo gloves gives you +1 into your electrochemistry. That's just funny to me. Waterlock out or order until Wednesday 7:15 a.m. Interesting.
A couple of indicator lights are missing from this control panel. Loose wires dangle from the now vacant holes. In the middle is a lever. Beneath it, a small metal plaque. This panel usually closes the waterlock, turning it into a bridge that lets you cross the canal. But there's a crashed salmon and butter sign in the way. Pulling the lever probably won't do anything.
Pull the lever up.
You pull the lever all the way up until the metal clicks against the contact pins. You hear a soft clunk. Then, nothing happens.
Release lever.
A spring brings the lever back to its original position. You still need to close the waterlock to get across the canal. Some other way.
Alright.
Wasn't there a sign over there
Yes.
saying functionality will be restored on Wednesday morning?
Yes, there was.
G'day to you, officers.
Man's Australian.
A burly man hangs out by the waterlock, carving up a generous serving of salami with an old hunter's knife. His eyes are fixed on a man stranded on the other side of the waterlock and on an enormous billboard that has fallen down into the canal between them.
You know what caused the wreckage?
I wasn't here to witness it, but those look like tire tracks on that sign. Weird, huh? Then again, plenty of daredevil drivers in Rivershoal.
Fair.
Too bad it also takes a year and a day to repair anything around here. Especially a waterlock. The rest of the coast is closed off till then.
Fuck it. Can I have some of that salami?
Sure thing.
Nice.
Want some too, officer?
Why not?
Nice. Do you know what's further down the coast?
Well, there's the fishing village, an abandoned fish market, a bizarro church. Not much use to the congregation, though. There always seems to be something wrong with it. Yeah, not really much else. Just bombed out ruins.
What's with the lever that does nothing?
It's supposed to operate the water lock, but as noted, it's all junk right now. Disabled because of the blockage. Safety measure. Turns out the panel needs a special key to be reactivated. Wouldn't want anyone moving the water lock with debris still in the channel.
Makes sense.
It'll be restarted on Wednesday morning. You want to do the honors when the time comes?
Yeah, sure.
Great! Just drop in on Wednesday if you want to see the water lock at work. They say the canal crew will be here at 7:15.
Right then, thanks. And they, like, I keep getting told that, like, nobody likes cops around here, but everyone's pretty friendly, to be perfectly honest. Like, there's no one that's, like, super mean or anything. That's a weird perspective shift. That's a bridge, right? That's a raised bridge. A helpline to the company that controls the drawbridge. Interesting. Hot air rises from the sewer, sour, acidic, and strangely comforting. Interesting. Let's go talk to this man, I suppose.
There's a pile of cheap sunglasses in a small box, a variety of shapes and colors.
You like sunglasses, officer? I've got the latest styles right here.
The vendor takes your pair of sunglasses and sticks them under your nose.
Stylish shades, huh? They'd be even more stylish if you paid for them with net worth. Go over and ask him.
How much for the box?
These are all boring. Boring third-rate ho-hum sunglasses made of cheap Syrahese plastic. The kind of plastic that melts in the sun.
Fair.
Those UV stickers are almost certainly just there for the show. If anything, these lenses probably direct more UV light into your pupils. A UV magnifier.
These are all first-rate sunglasses. Premium design, super material, very cool, UV resistant. These will definitely keep your eyes safe and cool while doing your dangerous police work.
He doesn't really look Indian, but that's definitely an Indian accent, right? Conceptualization, formidable 13. Try again, maybe you can find some interesting sunglasses in the box. Ah, I see a pair of water blue shades. The writing on the left temple says Sub-Insulindic Rendezvous. The frame appears to be hand-carved out of bone.
Oh, very interesting choice, officer. Very high culture.
Try them on.
This is how a sea monster sees the world. You've become a sea monster. Giant, hidden, and strangely tender at heart. All is blue.
Wow, officer. You look so cool. And they can be yours for a mere 3 real.
Can't afford it.
My regular customers have passed them all up because they've got no taste. But you found them.
What about these?
The lieutenant tilts his head and steps back, eyes narrowed in a thorough examination. It's a case to him.
You look like a musician. Like a blind musician. But you could do worse. Take them if you want.
I can't afford them. I really want them. Oh, it gives -1 to perception and +1 to Inline Empire. That's hilarious. Give me those shades you recommended.
Abort. These are hideous. What's more, they don't even fit your face. You
Good
can
to
feel
know.
them pinching your nose and chafing against your brow.
Damn, officer. You look like a mega secret spy. Very secret. They're practically made for you.
They're perfect for concealing your bloodshot and baggy eyes.
No, you are definitely not buying those.
You're right. I'm too sensible for those.
Are you sure? But they look so good on you.
Leave for now. Let's see what else he has.
You see 2 lowly, defeated speakers, thralls, slaves basically, perched atop them like conquerors surveying the land. A pair of found, durable wear sneakers, ultra serious.
I can see you with taste for luxury, officer. Can't keep your eyes off those sneakers?
Speaking of luxury, you should go over and ask about paying for those sneakers with your net worth.
I don't want sneakers. Or speakers.
There are clothes inside. Cheap second-hand clothes, smelling of strangers' body odors.
Don't be shy. These are premium class clothes. Good quality fabrics, best retro design. Save the economy with your style, officer.
How about some premium class service over here? Like paying with net worth. Save the economy? That sounds off.
I agree. Save the economy. What are you talking about?
Haven't you heard, officer? We've got to be economically conscious. Recycle your cash, keep it in circulation. Don't buy new things. Buy eco.
It's a pretty good model when you run a second-hand store, hey? That doesn't make any sense. Why exactly does the economy need saving?
Look around, officer. You see all these premium goods just sitting there, not getting bought? We've got to keep the flow of goods moving. Is this really the economy we want to leave to our children?
Look, man, I just want to buy some clothes.
That's good, officer. That's exactly what the economy wants you to do.
Browse through the
You
box.
find your hands deep in tattered and faded garments made from weird polyester blends that make your body itch and sweat in all the wrong places.
Economical, but also trendy. Look first-hand. Buy second-hand. Keep the economy moving.
Find something worth salvaging in this pile of rags.
Something cold
Nice.
grazes your hand. Synthetic and sleek. A windbreaker. Surf, it says, but also wind, summer, 100% waterproof, and sport.
Interesting.
All in
Good choice,
Oops.
officer. Mega sporty. And it's only $4.50 for you, sir.
I don't have enough for any of these. Let's talk to this man.
You see a Samaran street vendor surrounded by a motley assemblage of goods. When he realizes you're looking at him, his face breaks into a wide, welcoming grin.
So Samara is India, I guess? Or maybe Iran? Iranians don't really have that accent. Also, I figured out what Rial is, by the way. It's not the same as what's in this game, but both Hungary, I think, but what I was thinking of was Iran. Because Iran uses the Rial, but it's spelt differently. It's R-I-A-L, I think. Which is what I was thinking of, so I was actually wrong. But apparently Hungary uses Rial, spelt the same way they spell it, as just spelt real, if you were to do it in English. You see some, yeah, let's
The
go.
name Sileng is embroidered over his breast pocket.
Happy shopping, officer. Everything's cool here.
What's so cool?
Everything's cool. The goods are cool. The customers are cool. The place is cool. And one more thing, officer. You're very cool. Bang, 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 bang.
Whether I'm cool is unimportant. I have police questions for you.
You're right, officer. 100%. No playing around then. Strictly business. Maybe I can interest you in some premium menswear instead.
Huh, persuade him into giving you some money.
Start with a little compliment, then work your way up from there. This is about business, remember.
Hey, you seem like a really successful entrepreneur. Would you like to support a member of your local police force?
Oh, okay. But why, officer?
Think of it as an investment.
An investment? What kind of investment?
Interesting. Investment into your customer base. Got to prime the pump, man.
Fair point. You can't have a successful business without a loyal customer base. How much is your loyalty worth?
10 real.
10 real is a bargain for that kind of
Nice.
investment. You got it, my man.
Where are you from, Ceiling?
Me? It's a boring story, officer. Who cares about the past? I'm all business now. All Revachol.
This man probably comes from Seaguy, sometimes known as the Apricot Suzerainty, an archipelago in the Samaran Isola.
You're from the Apricot Suzerainty, right?
Apricot Suzerainty calls to mind an era when the Seaguy archipelago was colonized by Revachol. It's a bit of a slur, in other words.
Sorry, I didn't mean to say it like that. I meant to say you're from Seaguy.
Very cool. I admire your awareness of our intertwined histories. It's super nice of you to apologize for colonialism. But the Apricot Suzerainty is a shithole. That's why I left.
I don't know why I'm talking to you about this. It's some kind of mind reaction.
No, it's very cool, officer. You're a cool cop for caring about those things. You should buy cool glasses too.
What kind of stuff are you selling here?
Only the coolest goods in Revachol. I've got sneakers, speakers, extremely comfy pants too. Try them on right here. No shame, only freedom.
Is there a discount for cool officers like me?
No need for discounts at ceilings, officer. Everything's already on sale. Anything you want, 50% off.
But did he first mark them up 100%?
Yes, he did.
Just so that he could put them on sale?
No use prying.
Yes, it's a business secret.
Yeah.
Let him keep it.
It's just going to be offending him when you point out obviously what he did. Let me ask you something else.
Anything for you.
I'll look around, thanks. And because he gave me money, I'm going to buy these sunglasses.
The shine on these sunglasses lasts a lifetime, officer. 100%
Guaranteed.
Stylish shades, huh? They'd be even more stylish if you paid for them with net worth.
I'll
Go
take the
over and
cool,
ask him.
deep blue glasses,
A man
please.
who knows his style.
Nice. I look ridiculous and I love it. Alright, so we talked to this guy. He just seems like a street vendor, but he gave me money, which is awesome. Now, I have about 10 real. I just need a lot more. The damage looks like it could have been caused by an earthquake. Interesting. It is a hell of a crack, isn't it? But I think that's probably going to be about it. Let's sit on this
The worn
bench,
and beaten
maybe?
wooden planks of the bench do not look overly comforting.
We can sit on benches after we've solved the murder. Let's go.
Fair. Alright, so we're not going to sit on the bench. Alright, that's going to be it for this episode. We're sitting about half an hour. As I said, I want to keep these around half an hour just because... not so much the uploading time for me, that's fine. Which is saying something for Australian internet. It's still relatively slow, but it's not too bad. I can deal with it. But it's the processing time on YouTube's end. At the moment, it's just taking ages to process shit in 1440p. So, like, YouTube's like, 1080p, we got this. 2K? Whoa, hang on, I need to take 5 days to process this. So, for now, we're going to leave it at half an hour episodes, just to give the YouTube processing a bit better time so we can actually get it going up in 2K. Also, my head is going back and forth. Look at me, I'm great. Look at these sunglasses. This game is great. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. If you like the video, please leave a like. If you're not subscribed, please consider subscribing. And as always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.